So here I am, fully dressed for a brunch against my will, might I add. My friend made the plan and I agreed in a moment of weakness. You know, when someone says brunch and you know it even before your brain has processed it. And yeah, that happened. So now I'm standing here pretending I don't want to crawl back into the bed. I usually like slow weekends and I don't like to go out. I'm such a homebody. But yeah, she asked me and I was like, okay, because in friendship you sometimes have to show up. I walked into her room thinking maybe, just maybe she'd flake. But no, she was ready. We took an auto ride, and honestly, that bumpy ride felt like the universe checking if I was sure about leaving my bed. But I'll say there is something oddly peaceful about Bangalore auto rides. A mix of honks, dust, and the smell of food. It's chaos, but familiar chaos. We finally reached the restaurant, and of course, it was packed. The first thing that we did was to order a mushroom soup, and it was heavenly. It was extremely creamy and genuinely healing. Then came the potato wedges that were chef's kiss. The seasoning, the flavors, they were all really perfect. Probably the best potato wedges that I've had anywhere. While my friend was placing the next order, I was already sneak peeking into the dessert section. I'm such a sweet tooth and I love desserts. My friend also ordered a kombucha and the waiter opened it with such flair. It was almost dramatic. Then came my turn. I got waffles, a potato dish I honestly cannot remember the name of, and fish and chips, which unfortunately did not live up the hype. But hey, that's brunch gamble. Then came the dessert. This was the dessert section, and after much deliberation, we ordered a cheesecake and creme brulee. Both of them were good and at the perfect level of sweetness. Soft, creamy, and sweet enough to shut us up for a second. It was good kind of silence. In between the bites, we were ranting about everything. Life, work, love, expectations, and how adulting should have come with a manual. It was one of those honest and unfiltered conversations that somehow felt like a therapy session wrapped in syrup and salt. This is kind of what our 20s look like. Food, feelings, and figuring it all out. We finally left the restaurant with full bellies and slightly clearer minds. I was 90% food and 10% thoughts, and honestly, it felt right. Some days are made for comfort food and unplanned venting. Then we walked to the metro. It was one of those golden hour walks where the world feels like humming in the background. No rush, no pressure, just space to breathe after a day that turned out better than expected. On the way to the metro, we stopped at a street vendor selling earrings, the cute, tiny kind that somehow matches nothing and everything. We tried on a bunch, laughed at each other's extremely different choices, and picked up a pair or two we'll probably forget to wear, but won't forget buying. It felt like a little reward for simply stepping out and showing up for the day. Finally, we reached the metro station. I was busy taking a video as we entered, and yeah, we missed the first train. But honestly, it kind of added to the charm, like the day wanted us to stay a little longer. And as the next train pulled in and we hopped in, I thought to myself, sometimes the best memories come from plans you didn't even want to make, like this one.